Hello my soul family, welcome to my page and welcome to Soul Coaching. So I wanted to introduce to you a little bit about me. So first off, only love lives here and high vibes only. If you want to purchase these little coffee mugs, or I also have some candles, white candles, all that's going to be on my website. You can also purchase my spiritual decks that I have available that I use in my daily messages. That is available in my living room. If you want to become a member and get access to daily and the weekly what to expect intuitive readings that I do there. And the dailies include a daily prayer, a daily lesson, and messages from the spirit guides, as well as we also do affirmations and basically high vibes to start your day. And those are just 10 minutes or less videos. And then the weekly readings is basically an overview of what you can expect for that week, as well as astrologically. I start to incorporate more astrology into what I do because I really love to read the stars and I really resonate with it because it's spiritual and it's ancient wisdom. It's how the ancient used to navigate their lives, and it can help us make better decisions if we know what to expect and how to better navigate according to our own signs. So this is very helpful. So I'm going to be providing you with a lot of different types of resources on my page. I want to help you guys more. So I'm also going to be doing weekly spiritual talks where I'm going to be talking about how to embody this light within you, becoming a warrior of the light, because all that I do is to help for the light workers out there. I have a school of thought, which is basically a school for light workers, where we go over so many things. I have programs there. A new you for him and for her, which is basically a reinvention from the old you to a new you. I also have a sacred woman healing circle that is basically more healing and spiritual, and we do a lot of rituals there and meditations and even health and wellness. And because we need to take care of our sacred temple as well, because the spirit from within resides in this sacred temple. So we need to clean our sacred sanctuary. And then I also have a meditation series where I help you to connect with the divine. So you can listen to those audios and go to sleep with them basically, and just help you to get into that mood. And then I also have other programs that are going to be launching soon, that are going to be like 10, 12-week courses that you can do. And I'm also going to be starting a 3-level kind of school where you're going to be able to pass from one level to the other into becoming this queen of a light worker into the world. So you're going to get more information later this March of 2020. That's a creative project that I'm working on. And basically you pay a tuition like you would a school. And then I also have courses available there, like classes that you can take on my school of thought. So you become a member of the school of thought and basically you have access to all of those, except the programs. Those are separate. Those are programs that you specifically want to basically delve deeper into in whatever topics that relates to you. So for those courses, I'm doing ancient wisdom, like I did the Course in Miracles, like the whole book. I did also Eckhart Tolle's teachings, like from the Power of the Now and helping you to discover your life purpose. I'm also going through Egyptian mythology. I also going over reviewing some scriptures like Buddhist scriptures and even the Bible studies and other scriptures that we're going to incorporate there. I'm also going to talk, we have Greek mythology courses on there. What else do we have? We have so many things there. I did a history of philosophy and ancient, esoteric, mysterious teachings, like where they come from in chronological order. Very, very interesting. Because if you know where it comes from, you know where to look for information, and you also learn who to connect to. You see, even if they have already passed on, if they're ancient elders, you connect to your ancestors and your elders who once walked the earth. And you also learn from the ascended masters like Jesus and Buddha and Lao Tzu, which is the Chinese philosopher. And I also go over Chinese philosophers and mythology as well. And I was going to say something right now. I do Tantric Talks, of course. That's where you bring in the spirituality with the sexuality and the love. How to create this more higher love into your life. And it all has a lot to do with Tantra. So we're doing teachings there. There's still more episodes to come. So stay tuned. You can already watch some of them that have been on YouTube. And the rest are going to be only for the members, because those are going to be more lesson lecture types. Okay, so I'm basically going to provide lectures for the following, because those are going to be more Tantra based. The ones that have already been on YouTube are more generalized into love and intimacy, a little touch of Tantra here and there from Osho's teachings, and like marriage material and all stuff like that. And in my school of thought, I also have a new Gottman couples therapy series where it's for couples and people who want to attract a more healthy, long-lasting, and thriving relationship into their lives. So you learn communication skills, you learn even sex training, how to reignite the passion in your relationship. You learn keys to bring in more love, fondness, and admiration into your life. You learn how to basically soothe the conversations, relax after a hard conversation, or how to have a conversation that's gonna be understandable and mutual. All of these things are in those series, and it's all Gottman therapy based, because as you all know, I do have a scientific background in psychology. I have a master's in marriage and family therapy, so I know the scientific approach to achieving the best and long-lasting healthy marriage, how to save a marriage, and how to see if it's savable or not, or how to move on. Basically, that's something that you need to do towards a healthier partner. And I'm also very intuitive, so I also bring that into my teachings and my coaching and everything that I do. My abilities, my spiritual gifts, and God himself, I bring him in. So that's why, it's very diverse. It's very original what I do, and it's very unique. And this is why, I want to share with you, and I want you to be a part of my family. I have so many things going on my website, and stay tuned. I have a YouTube channel as well. Those are going to be basically weekly free videos that I'll be doing once a week. So you can basically have that's going to be a surprise. Okay, so the first episode will be up soon, but it's basically a continuation of the love show that I did on the last season, which was last year. But this year is going to be a little more extended and a little more detailed. I'm going to bring astrology into the love. So it's going to be an astrology love show. And yeah, so that's going to be interesting. And so stay tuned for that. And also the school of thought, we even learned about the Druids and the Celtic wisdom. So that was interesting. And I also have a psychology group. Okay, I have to remember everything that I have. It's more of an evolutionary psychology mentality and mindset that we go there. We do looking into biocentrism, the quantum physics, Einstein, all of these revolutionary ideas that has to do with psychology and the brain, and how we can use that to live a more spiritual, high vibrational life and think through higher consciousness, awaken your consciousness, but also, how to basically evolutionize our soul and self-master ourselves. That's a lot of what I do, self-mastery. And I have mindset talks there where I talk psychology. I also have counseling sessions that I do, because since I am a therapist, I have sample counseling sessions there where you can even learn if that issue applies to you. So let me take a sip. So for example, if you're dealing with like anger issues or addictions, or maybe any kind of relationship struggles, those counseling sessions are going to be basically case studies and hypothetically staged, basically. So I'm going to pick a topic of how I would approach a client of mine with that situation, and maybe it can help you, and maybe if you don't know how to really apply those teachings and those methods and strategies into your own life, then that's when you book a personal session, and I can help guide you. Because I know my personal coaching sessions are a little more, on the expensive side. Not too expensive, but obviously because I do have all of these degrees, I have to, charge according to my worth and my schooling. So, and my experience as well. I have over 10 years of experience in this field. I worked with many clients, over 1,000 clients. I've worked in different areas. I've worked with addictions. I've worked in rehab homes. I've worked with women who suffer from domestic violence. I've worked with abusive situations. I've worked with children, a whole bunch of things. So I also incorporate children's therapies in those counseling sessions as well. How would I approach therapy with children? Because I also accept children, and I do career counseling as well, and love coaching as well, obviously, and soul growth, self-mastery. And I do readings as well, which I do that in my living room, where you can have access to intuitive readings. I also tap into, divine lovers, the twin flames, if you want to know more about what that is, and your spiritual awakening journey, your ascension symptoms. I talk a lot of that on my Mindset Talks, and I talk a lot of stuff about that, basically. And that's something that you'll want to take a look at and see if that helps you. Okay, so basically, you'll see some samples there on my featured video site, but most of it's going to be for the members only, because we do need an exchange of energy, so it can be high vibrational, and we can keep it of light, and make sure that you really want to be of the soul family. So that's basically like a token of appreciation, but also a commitment to yourself that you really do want to be of the light. Because it's been proven that when you actually give something of yourself, like pay for something, you're more willing to stay committed to it and disciplined about it. So you're going to be disciplined about watching my dailies, so you can start on the right foot, basically, and listen to the weekly, so that you can know how to plan your week in your planner. I teach you more about that, how to plan out your week, how to visualize your future, how to make your dreams come true, and all sorts of things like that. So that's basically our overview of what I do on my site and how I want to be of more help. And and in the future, I do want to basically bring in more people into my channel and have more interviews. I'm also a motivational speaker, if you all don't know. So I will be, I have already a few up there. If you want to book me for a speaker for an event, you can also do that on my website, and I'll be gladly to do so, because I've already done a few in my past, and I love to do it because it's a way for me to be live with a whole bunch of people in one spot. Because you see, in counseling sessions, you help people, and I love to do it because it's on a personal level. But there's only so many people you can see in a week, you see? So there's only so many people you can influence. And I know that part of my soul mission is to target a lot of the world. It's very global. So that's why I do basically half and half. I do, half for the masses, and then I also take personal clients. So if you really, really like what I do and you really want my help, make sure that you book ahead of time so that it doesn't get booked, basically, because there is a calendar there. And make sure that you can, stay committed to your healing. If you're gonna pay for a session, make sure you do your homework. And I also believe in a very solution-focused approach, very brief. I don't like to extend my sessions. I don't believe in, depending on a psychologist or a counselor for the rest of your life. That's not healthy. That's codependency, and that's the opposite of what we want to achieve. We want to achieve independence. So, if your case is something simple and something very brief, it can even be solved in one single session. So that's why, don't see it as, don't even look at the price of it, because maybe your case, seeing it from my perspective, I am very solution focused. Maybe we can have it healed in like one session, and that's all what it takes. And you made a more bigger deal out of it. I like to simplify things. I like to simplify your life, because there's more bigger things that you can be doing with your life rather than dwelling on the problems and taking precious time out of your life when you can be using that time to spend it with your family or maybe your lover if it's a relationship issue. And same with couples, I like to keep it brief, to the point, and save a relationship if needed. And bring in the spirituality in it, because that's the secret. Bringing in the spirituality in all that you do. And above all, humbling ourselves to the divine, giving all the recognition to the divine, because the divine is what gives us those divine inspirations to change what we're doing, lead us in a new direction, give us the ideas, give us those projects, give us those solutions, give us the energy, vigor, and passion to keep working at it every day, diligently and passionately and patiently as well. And above all, with courage. We need to have courage to be those warriors of light. We need to have courage to step forth in our truth. We need to have courage to receive love in our life. Open our hearts back up, even if we've been hurt. We need to open ourselves to vulnerability. We need to realize that vulnerability is a strength, not a weakness. And that's how we attract intimacy into our life. And like, I really want to make this even more personal. I want to share with you, you know, how I feel really good vibes right now. I feel really high vibes. Like, this is the thing, you know, when you go through those moments in your life, life is a series of cycles. We go through its ebbs and flows, its ups and downs. You know, it's not life if you're always, you know, up here or down here. It's a balance. And trust that whenever you're having those low moments, which, you know, to be honest, I had one of those last week, and it wasn't even, it was the collective energies. It was the astrology influence. And that's why I bring it into what I do. And you'll see why. Watch the astrology video that I did for the weekend, for the new moon in Pisces. And now it's like this week I experienced a rebirth, a renewal, a reinvention of my energy, my vibration. And now I can share this more with you. And I want to teach you how to do the same. It's very, very miraculous how healing, you can heal yourself. You have the ability to heal yourself. If you believe, you don't need to rely on external influences to heal you. You can do this by connecting to the divine, using your time wisely, because time is precious. Don't waste your time on things that are of momentary pleasure, short term, and not worth it in the future. Make sure that your time is spent on enduring long-lasting results, things that are going to be of higher vibration and joyful and bring harmony and peace into the world. Use your time wisely to be on your spiritual mission. Whatever it is your dharma is, when you've discovered it, full-heartedly embrace it and commit to it. Devote your life to it. There's no going back. Why go back to a life that was not giving you love in return, was not emotionally fulfilling, and in fact was beating you down and basically, you know, taking you one step closer to your death? But when you experience that low point of when you surrender to the divine and you finally choose to humble yourself because there's nowhere else to go, your ego has been surrendered to the divine, then there's only one thing waiting for you on that other side of the door. And that is the door to spirit, the door to love, the door to value, which means abundance and prosperity in your life, because yes, you deserve that. If you're royal, a queen, like I like to call myself, or a king, if you're a male, because you have transcended, you have enlightened, and you have healed yourself, and you know that you deserve to be royal because you're one with the divine. It's an attitude, okay? It's not a physical label. It's not something that you need to get a certificate for. It's more of a mental attitude. It's an energetic vibration that you embody within yourself, that you suddenly, you know, become raised, literally, in your energetic body. Your chakras become aligned. You become more balanced within yourself, body, mind, and spirit. And you also balance out, you know, the light and the dark within you, embracing both aspects. Because the dark shadow aspects of yourself are gonna bring out more forcefully the light within you. You see, and those dark times when you're in your shadow self is only gonna make you not only appreciate the light more, but it's gonna actually bring out things that you need to heal within yourself. So it's actually a blessing in disguise, because it's a teaching moment when these shadow aspects come to surface, which was happening last week astrologically. And so this week, astrologically as well, is when we're basically kind of grieving the loss and the death of our old self through that shadow work that we did throughout the weekend, internally, energetically, because that's what brings us up higher then. You become stronger and wiser every time that you go through a dark time, a dark night of the soul. You rise up higher through the light. You go out that light tunnel feeling more of a victorious warrior of the light. And that's how you make a difference in the world. That's how you become that beacon of light. That's how you be the inspiration that you seek. That's how you be the love for the world. That's how we bring change. That's how revolution happens. And that's the higher mission, the double mission of the entire earth. Heaven on earth, this new earth that we're all trying to accomplish. All of you listening to this video have come about my channel because you are a light worker. And you're being called to a higher calling now, a higher mission. You're being called to do your work. You're being called to learn more things because you're going through your spiritual awakening. So that is basically what I dedicate my life to giving you all these resources, to being your guide and your teacher along this journey. And the reason why I say teacher is because, I am a counselor, but I also like to teach what I learn and what I have learned in my school, in my experiences, and in my spiritual journey. So I have a lot to take from, and I also learn from you. That's why I like to do interactive chats as well when I do those live webinars on my program. So if you want to become a part of those, purchase my programs and you can take place. I'm having the first ones for a new you, for him and for her, every Wednesday for 10 weeks, beginning this Wednesday, beginning tomorrow. Wednesdays, should I say beginning next Wednesday, Wednesday the 4th, March 4th, we're going to be doing live webinars for the courses. And the courses are going to be pre-recorded, so if you don't have time to participate in the live chat, you can always just go back and watch them. They'll be uploaded onto the school. But if you want to ask questions, then that's how you participate, and we make it more interactive because we learn from each other and we share experiences. And my future spiritual talks, I also want to make them also like gatherings. I want to have gatherings there that we can all join together and ask each other questions. So that's kind of like, a little bit of what I do. So also check out my spiritual shop. All my spiritual decks that I've created over the years are there. And, future books that I am in the process of writing will be there as well. So I really hope that, I gave you some hope for your life, to live a more high vibe life. High vibes only in this channel, in this platform. I'm so grateful for this, social media platform that gives us light workers the opportunity and the chance to express this light into the world, to share ourselves in the best way possible. So stay tuned for more resources because so much is more gonna happen on my page. So have an amazing day. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. Subscribe to my free newsletter on my website and become a member for access to the living room, and become a member of my school and purchase any programs if you want to join. So thank you and have an amazing and beautiful day. Namaste.